This podcast was produced by B. Haywood for Confirmed Podcast Network.
We back with another one. I'm Big.
And I'm your
Got my
boy,
co-hosted, my homie.
and I'm your boy Lazy.
Hey.
And we got another special guest.
Yes, we do.
And we owe y'all, the audience, for
Yeah.
helping us get on here. We owe y'all,
Of course.
you know what I mean?
Yep.
Got to.
Appreciate the support from everybody, man.
Appreciate that.
We got the one and only Marzz
Wow.
from yours truly, the VO.
There we go.
502, baby.
It's good to see because I've always done music too, so it's like it's good to see people really get over that hump and put on for the city. And I remember seeing you on BET Awards, and I got
BET
chills.
They said the Soul Train Award.
It was Soul Train.
Yeah.
Okay, my fault. My fault.
What you doing on there?
I sung first time. And so nervous. It was embarrassing because I'm not gonna lie, singing in front of Jasmine Sullivan I almost
Yeah.
pooped my pants. That was crazy. Like one of the most amazing moments of my life. Like being on the Apollo stage, being somewhere where Whitney Houston stepped foot was like iconic. Like I did not stop smiling for that whole night. Like it was just crazy, bro.
What song did you sing? Like, what was like
Countless times. As soon as you know what's crazy, as soon as I opened my mouth and start singing, like people recognize who I was. So I was like, that made me even more nervous because I'm like, bro, I can't fuck this up for them, bro. Like I gotta do this and just. I kept if you see in the video, I kept my eyes closed for the most part. But as soon as wherever I would open my eyes at in the camera, you can literally see my eyes just went like, because I'm open my eyes and I just see Jasmine Sullivan. I'm like,
Yeah.
like I better not mess this up. If I do this in front of her, like it's a wrap. Like no,
Yeah.
that was just a lot for me. But it was a good moment and a good experience. It was just like a lot of pressure in that moment. It's just like damn, like I'm really doing this.
How does it feel to be able to like brush shoulders with people that you know used to listen to on the school bus or just to vibe out to? And then it's like, dang, I'm like right here with you. You know what I mean?
I ain't gonna lie, it was definitely a little overwhelming at first, but it's like we all human, we all bleed the same. It's just we all use this music as a different tool for everybody. So it was just dope to be around amazing other creatives and like know that they're human. Like, sometimes you kind of get like, oh my God, like they up here and you like everybody. When I was inside that building, it just felt like a big old family. Like everybody was saying, what's up? What's up? Like PJ Morton said hi to me. I was like, bro, how do you know me? Like, this is crazy. PJ Morton. He's a gospel artist. Like, he's really using it. It's like, bro, how do you know me? Fred Hammond came and said hi to me. I was like, bro, how? Like, this is crazy. Like, I feel like I'm talking to my uncles and stuff. Like, this is crazy right now. Like, it was dope. Like, I couldn't be more grateful to be in rooms with legends, bro. Like, crazy.
So, like, what was the first time, like you mentioned, like, people come up to you and knew who you was? Like, who was that first, like, you got that first, like, damn, like, I didn't, I can say made it per se, like.
I ain't gonna lie. This one time we was in Cali, bro. Woo and them. Bro, I was sleeping so good. We was in Cali. And I remember that whole week we was like going nonstop. We was doing sessions back to back, back to back. Like we had producers meeting every single day. This one time, it was like 3 weeks into the month that we was there. And he wake me up. He's like, I'm asleep. Like I'm in there knocked. I just got done smoking, got done eating. Knock on my door, and he's like, "Hey, like open the door." I'm like, "Bro, I'm asleep. Like what's up?" He's like, "No, like you might want to open the door." Open the door. Why the fuck was it? Brandy Norwood?
Oh man,
Oh, bro, like
really?
I just start bawling my eyes, bro. I was
For
just
sure. It's Moesha.
bro, I was just like, she was like, "Hey, Marzz, like it's so good to see you. You doing amazing. I love your project."
Wow.
On that exact moment, I posted on Instagram and I just bawled. Like I just bawled and was like, I was just like, bro, like this woman has literally brought me through so much. She helped me get through my mom and my dad's divorce. Like it was just she was such an empowerment like black woman to me. Like I loved her. Like and then every time she just sung, it spoke to my spirit. Like she had so much soul and so much emotion where it just made me want to like, it inspired me to be like, dang, like I kind of want to sing like that. Like I love how free and how all over the place she could take it and she does everything. So when she called me, I was just like, bruh, like, Hey,
Did you ever work with her? Did you ever?
I have not, but I
That's coming.
definitely it's definitely on the bucket list. I'm claiming it. I'm speaking it. We will have something together, and I don't care if it's just the background. I need something from her. Like,
Right.
that would be fire for sure.
What's crazy to connect the dots?
Yeah.
When we asked your uncle,
I was about
Yeah.
to say that.
he was like, "What's your favorite, album of all time?" And he said, "Brandy." I forgot what he
Why
said.
not?
What he say?
What was
Come
the
on
album?
now.
Was that?
Which one?
I forgot which one it was.
Something with the moon, I think.
Full Moon.
Yeah, Full Moon. Uh-huh.
Yes.
Yeah. So
Yes.
that's amazing that your
That's-
influence, you know what I mean, helped you. Like it really came full circle for you.
Definitely.
You know what I mean?
For sure.
Because I couldn't imagine meeting 50 Cent or, you know what I mean?
I just
Oh, I just met.
I might
moment,
pass out
just
if I
like,
eat Nas.
Yeah.
hey,
Nas,
I'm
anybody, Jay-Z, but give us a little background, like
Yeah.
where you started, like with your, with your music career, because I feel like, whenever you started, that's when your career started. That's how I always.
Hold on, before you get in that though,
Yeah.
I was scrolling through your Instagram.
Yeah.
And I seen a picture with you and Erykah Badu. Could you
Yeah.
talk to that? Like, how did you meet?
man.
Bump shoulders?
For
with?
sure, for sure. That's Auntie right there. We was definitely, where was we at? Maybe, I think I was in Cali, and I just started doing my regular, posting freestyles and stuff. I did a song On and On, a cover by her. She seen it, and she DM'd me. She was like, Marzz, I
man.
love you. And I was the same thing. I don't know why. I just cried. Like, I just was
Yeah,
crying. It's like,
I don't blame you. I don't-
that's all I know how to do. Just like, God, thank you. Like, it was just pretty dope.
Dude.
Bro,
Oh my God.
that woman is one of the most wisest women I know. Bro.
Facts.
Like, she's so wise, like beyond wise, bro. So like, when she reached out to me, it was just an honor to get flowers for somebody that I always, give flowers to, and like I look up to her, like I respect her so much. So for her to give me my flowers, like that means so much to me. Like I grew up listening to you, bro. Like,
Facts.
so this is crazy that you even saw a video of me, and me singing your song is even crazy. Like it was
That's my
just.
whole childhood in my house.
That's what I'm
That's like my childhood music. Erykah Badu,
you hear me?
Maxwell,
Yes.
stuff like that.
Yes.
But I would have been crying because she don't seem real. But
Bro,
then you
that's-
see her, I'm like, wow, you real.
She has the most beautiful eyes in person.
Oh
like,
man,
oh.
green eyes.
Ja Vinci linked up.
She's so beautiful in person. Like
Yeah.
her spirit is so warm. She's literally like a mother. Anything that
Yeah.
you need, she's on it. You know what I
healing
mean?
spirit,
Like
yeah.
like it's so beautiful. Like I don't know how to explain it. Like it's touching, bro. Like she's one of one.
Yeah,
You know?
definitely.
But yeah, like my co-host said, you can go back like
Yeah.
what you got started in the music game and what,
Yeah. Well, I definitely say I've been raised in church my whole life. I've been around music. I heard nothing but my aunties and my grandma singing. Like, anytime they singing around the house, they're like, Ree, you hold this note while we sing this. And so let me break it down. So my grandma can sing, my grandpa can sing. My grandpa is a twin. My grandpa's twin, he recently he passed when they was born. Now my grandma and my granddad, they met at a dance floor, and that's how they end up meeting each other. Funny story is they didn't even know each other could sing, so they ended up meeting each other doing karaoke at the bar. So that was crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, a few years down the line, they had kids. So my grandma has 6 kids. It's Tabitha, Kadea, Sandra, Leilana, Uncle Paul, and then Uncle BB. And so all of them sang, and I guess from there, they just been raised in church. Me being raised in church, they was like, yeah, they used to listen to the Clark sisters a lot, and Miss Maddie Moss, y'all know her, that's the Clark sisters' mother, and they was really heavily in church, and that's all they listened to growing up. And after that, they was like, yeah, we're gonna keep this tradition going, and they put me in the children's choir, and after that, I'm singing solos every Sunday, and here I am, just grew into loving it. And
Right.
my uncle, he's the one that introduced me, put me in the studio, and he was like, yeah, this is something that I can see that'll be crazy, and if you learn to grow to love it, because at first I'd be like, I didn't really like singing because I always felt judged in the church. Like, I've been singing since I was 5 all the way till I was 18 in the church. So it's just constantly like...
You grew
felt-
into yourself in
Yes.
front of everybody.
Yes, you get what I mean? So it's just like, it was a lot of pressure on me at first. But then when I started coming in the studio and I started writing my own songs, I was like, this actually takes a lot of weight off me. Like, I feel so much better because every time I step outside of the studio and I'm like, listening to my songs afterwards, I just be writing. So when I go back and listen to songs, I be like, I can't believe I was actually going through this. So I seen somebody or experienced this. You know what I mean? Like, all all of my recent songs is like stuff that either I've experienced or I've went through. It's nothing where I can be like, oh, I'm gonna write about this or I'm gonna write about that. It's really shit that I've been through. So it blows my mind when I be hearing myself. I'm just like, I can't believe I said this, or I can't believe I felt like this during that time. Like, it'd be blowing my mind.
That's my favorite artist, the vulnerable artist, like the artist that says stuff that normal people wouldn't say, that they would shy away from.
Exactly.
But how do you feel about like being that one out of the family that, you know what I mean? Like you really got the exposure and the recognition, but it trickles all the way back down to your family, your grandmother and grandfather. That's amazing. How does it feel?
Appreciate that. No, I feel like it's definitely a lot of people would probably say it's a lot to withhold because it's I don't know, it's a thing on how vulnerable do I really want to be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so me taking accountability of how I truly feel and how the way that I'm able to express that through music is such a beautiful thing, because I feel like, again, I don't know how to verbally tell you that I'm upset. Like, I've never been one to be confident enough to like verbally tell you like, hey, I'm mad at you. Like, I will literally send you a song about me being mad at you, and like, hopefully you get the gist of that. You know what I mean? So I ain't gonna be like, yo, you make me upset. Like, I'm like, I'm gonna send you a song about it, and that's the best way I know how to cope with it. So being a part of my family, they've always been supportive in anything that I do. So I just really go based off of that. The love that I feel on a day-to-day is the love that I try to give out, even when I have challenges throughout my life. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, I still always be as genuine as I'm supposed to be and just be loving. Like, that's all I know is to love. You know what I mean? So
lead with love.
Literally, like, that's all I know how to do.
Thanks.
So are you the best singer in the family? Yeah, I like you have a comment. Like, I know Thanksgiving be crazy, man. I'm like,
I'm not gonna lie. I told you, my mama can throw down. Like, my mama taught me everything I know. I feel like out of the girls, my mom is definitely the one that I always hear that was like doing some crazy stuff. Like my Tabitha, she's more of the one that's like, she likes traditional. She likes to keep it 1-2. My Nana, she's like quiet. And then my Sandra, she's the tenor. So she holds the foundation of everything. But my mom is like, she's just all over the place, and I'm hearing her do all these runs and riffs. So like, I learned by ear also. So just she listened to Kiki Sheard, Brandy, Erykah Badu, Janae Echo, Tiana Taylor, Lauryn Hill, like all these people she listened to. She listened to Coco, SWV. So her constantly singing all these songs and being around me. I know her favorite artist is Karen Sheard and J Moss. Like, she loves them down. So I'd be inside the car, dropping my daddy off at work, and we just jamming to J Moss while we taking my daddy to work. And she's like, let's sing this together. And I'm like, I don't know if I could do it. But she's like, nah, like, let's do it for real. And we be going back and forth, and I hit a certain note, she hit a note, and we go back and forth. And that's how I learned for real. So.
what's runs and real for the people? For the idiots, including myself.
No, I feel like a run is when you like hold it out and you go, oh. A riff is, ooh. Like, that's a riff. You get what I mean? Like, kind of like bouncing off of each other. And then a run is like holding it out and more about breathing control. You get what I mean? So, yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it was pretty fire. Like, be blown away. Like, this one song, like, the J Moss, everything is alright, everything is okay, everything is all good, and I won't complain even if I could. I remember that song just specifically. Like, my mom would wake us up every day at 8:00 in the morning. That's the first song that I hear as I'm going to school, and it's like that set the tone for the day. So when I come home, she already got the food cooking and cleaning music on. I'm like, all right, I know what time it is. Like, let's get to it. You know what I mean? So I just grew to love it over time. Like, everything, singing, music, it didn't matter what it was. Like, I just grew to love it. You know what I mean?
Right. So, everybody knows John Woo. You know, bruh's here. He's in the cut. Can you tell us how much of an influence and push he's giving you? Because it's a lot of artists in the city, but like, I feel like once you got into that light, it was totally different. It was totally different from the Tillers, you know what I mean? And you can actually really sing, like, you know what I mean? Ain't no, you just do the nice beat, and, and it just sounds good because the producer's good. Yeah. So
I feel like, honestly, like, again, like, Woo's always believed in me. I feel like that's the number one thing. You have others that around you that see stuff in you that you don't even see within myself. Like I said, like, before y'all met me, like, y'all couldn't tell me, like, I probably was the shyest thing in here. Like, I wouldn't say a word. Like, I'd rather be quiet and not say nothing. But Wu has taught me to, like, it's okay to be confident. It's okay to walk and talk your shit. You know what I mean? And
definitely.
it's always be graceful about it, right? And just always be humble. But when it's time to pop your shit, pop your shit. If somebody hands you a mic, you don't take that. Don't let them take that back. You know what I mean? So I feel like that was a really hard thing that I had to, like, come with, like, believing in myself. And he made me believe in myself. And I appreciate him every day for that, because he constantly just pushing me, like, making sure that I'm on it, like, hey, like, it's what you love to do, right? I'm like, yeah, like, I love this shit. And he just keeps me on my toes. I stay motivated, and the best way that I could be on that is always making sure that I have people that surround me. I can't do this by myself, so I have to have a team that's built around me. And I feel like he's literally like, yep, nope, yep, nope, yep, no. So it's a learning process, and I know he always got my best interest at heart, and I could not be more grateful than that. He's literally like, he's my big brother, but he's also like a father figure to me. So I appreciate him for that, for like pushing me and believing me and giving me that love that I need and that support that I need, and telling me when I'm wrong also, because a lot of people don't want to hear criticism. He gets on me. He's like, hey, like, let's do this and let's do that. I'm like, you're right. Like, he holds me accountable, and I love that. I need that. I'm only 24. I don't know everything. You know what I mean? So I'm definitely a sponge, and I love learning, and I love to be able to just grow. So for him to push me and continue to just make me, you know, I'm working for this shit. You feel me? Nothing comes easy and nothing comes good from anything rushed. So as long as I'm on it and I'm staying hungry and I continue to be consistent with it, I feel like that's the dream team right there.
A lot of artists don't understand that.
He just made a status, like, yesterday. He said it's good to have people to believe in you, like, have a team.
You have to. Yes,
you know,
you have to have a team. If not, everything's gonna crumble. A one man can't do it. You have to have a team. It has to build a foundation so that it can boom, 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 boom.
Facts. And a lot of artists don't understand that work. Like, they think it's just cool. I'm going to the studio, do some songs, and you know, it's really a hard job to do.
I feel like, especially as an artist, like, your mental state should be the most important thing right now. Like, if
that's when you make your best music. When you
hear me, like, always got to make sure you're mental. And I feel like the best way that I was able to cope with that is sometimes it's okay to, like, I'm not gonna say take a break, but it's okay to decompress. You don't always have to be in the studio. You don't always have to be making music. You know what I mean? Take time to enjoy yourself. Go do some other hobbies. Go skateboard. Go to the movies. Make it a daily routine. Like,
don't forget you're a person.
Yes, you get what I mean? Because you still focused on, you know, making the next hit. It's like, do you even know who you are?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, do you know what you like? Do you know what you want to get into? You know what I mean? Like, and this took me a minute to figure out what I want to do, and, like, to love myself. You have to love yourself. It starts with your brain. You have to learn how to love yourself and take time with yourself. Health is wealth.
Right.
You ain't gonna be able to make no hits if you ain't stable in head. You know what I mean? So I always say that health is wealth. It's okay to decompress. It's okay to take a moment. You human.
Facts.
You know what I mean? Just breathe. Breathe. It's okay to breathe.
Yeah.
You know?
Definitely is. Definitely is. Everybody can't like, people's coping things is different. Drugs, some people do, you know, but it's like when you really, like, connected with yourself.
Yes, your soul knows.
You can't always be in the studio, you know, especially if you work extra hard. Like we always say, we have, you know, episodes stacked up to where, you know, 1 week we might be like, all right, we taking off this week and, you know, enjoy ourselves and stuff like that. What's the biggest obstacle you think you faced so far in your journey?
I would probably say I'm still learning this, but I'm big on privacy. Like, I hate social media. Like, I truly, like, I love the platforms, right? But I hate the facade that Instagram and TikTok and, like, all that gives. Like, it's such a harmful space, I feel like, right now. Like, it's so much judgment and so much opinions, to where opinions are now opinionated on either being too sensitive or being too harsh. And, like, the cancel culture, like, that's probably one of my biggest struggles. Is just like, I don't know if I want to share this moment. I don't know if I want to share this. Or, and it's hard, because sometimes it's genuine people out here that really do want to see you win, but it's also those one that's hard, where it's like, some people just think they know it all, and it's just, that's a big pet peeve of mine. Like, I really love to keep my peace of mind. I love my peace. So anything that has to retain from me taking away from my peace, I can't stand it. So I'm
big on
still
that, too.
struggling with that. You know what I mean? Like,
Definitely.
I definitely love my privacy, but that's what I feel like that's what I signed up for. But I try to use my voice as a healing weapon. So it's like I don't look at it now and as in, oh, I hate social media, because I love TikTok down. Like I'm on there
Yes.
constantly now. But
Me
like
too.
I've learned to love it in a way that I could cope with it. You get what I mean? Like I can be able to work with it. It's just like I hate that it's just be they focus on the negative more than positive. You know what I mean? I hate that.
They do. Negative stuff
that.
go up
Crazy.
quick.
It is.
Like you could get somebody falling down the steps and that's like 10 million views. Like that's crazy. That's crazy to me. But somebody like passing, it's like 2 million. Like no, like that should be the other way around. Like that's crazy to me. Like privacy is really huge.
And I don't really believe a lot of shit on social media. Like, because a lot of people be lying. Like a lot of people,
come on, man.
just lying and lying. And, like,
Especially when you know somebody. And
Yeah.
You see the stuff they post. I'll be like, yo, like, you serious? Like,
That is too funny because that's so true, man.
what I have to tell myself and others that, because I might take a hiatus off her, for a second, just to for the peace. That's why he was like, why you take a break? Because it's like, as soon as you get on there, it's chaos. Like, and then you take that with you, even when you get off. But I tell people, like, we control.
Exactly.
The stuff you
are
follow,
free will.
your algorithm, we are in control of the things that, like, I tell my wife all the time, like, she might ask me a question about, like, maybe our relationship or something. I'm like, you've been on TikTok listening to them stories again, me and cheating and stuff like that. But, like, I tell her, like, your algorithm is chaos. She likes to see when people get pulled over to see if they're going to get locked, like, all that chaos, crazy stuff. And I told her, like, it's funny and it's cool at the time, but then you take it with you.
Yeah,
you take it with
transfers.
Oh, man, it's amazing. Like, even with my kids, I'll be like, man, y'all acting so goofy and cut off YouTube.
Yeah.
Because y'all just really, like, in chaos right now. Y'all rooms in chaos. Y'all minds is chaotic. Oh, we want to just watch reels. Like, man, cut that off.
Yes. Yes, it's okay. You got to keep a balance. It's okay.
You do.
It's okay to even be curious about that, but just have a balance of it. You know what I mean? Because everything in the world's not going to be good. Everything in the world's not going to be bad. You just have to learn to know the balance between the two. You know what I mean?
I unfollow so many people on like.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna unfriend you, but I unfollow you. Like,
I unfriend.
Yeah.
I want you to know.
I'm quick with that. Like,
I'm not a confrontation. I just unfollow you. Just forget you exist. Like,
same. And I can't do respectfully, I can't do the ones that just watch either. Like,
No.
bro, I'm cool.
Yeah.
ain't liked a picture, ain't
Yeah,
shared
I'm
nothing,
cool.
ain't this.
I ain't gonna give you that energy that you're looking for, but just stay there, okay?
I said that on Facebook the other day. I said, you got to watch the people that only comment and stuff when they disagree with you and want to have a confrontation with you, but they don't share your content and they don't, engage with you on anything else. So how do you deal with that? How do you, you know what I'm saying? You said you smoke. We all smoke, the smoking. Like, I tell people, like, I tell people all the time, don't roll up that weed if you ain't ready to put your stress in it. And just take your mind off of it for a second. Yeah. So what do you do other than that? Like,
again, I have a lot of notebooks, so I love writing.
Yeah.
I love poetry. I love reading.
You go back to the essence of
I'm quick to go pull up to a library or pull up to my grandma's house because my grandma loves reading too. I'm quick to pull up and just read. Like, I feel like that's the best way that I know how to cope is like just learning more knowledge, like learning how to move around and move through it. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes people just sit with the emotion. I'm learning how to move through the emotion and like actually go through it, heal from it. Don't forget, right? But still heal from it and don't hold grudges. Like, it's never okay to hold grudges. Like, nobody's perfect. Now, when you deserve it, you have to move accordingly, right? But it's like, again, like, I don't pay that. Don't give that any energy. I go into reading and I just, whatever it is, because I believe in karma also, but I'm not going to go and wish bad on you either. I'm just let karma do its thing. Like, energy, I'm so big on energy transfers. Like,
it does.
It is what it is. I'm going to leave it to it. I'm not going to ever wish something bad on you because I don't want anything bad to come back on me. Yeah. So at the end of the day, I'm going to let the universe deal with it. You know what I mean? Like, I really don't have the time or the energy to put that in there. You know what I mean?
Yeah. When I was working, like, regular jobs and before I really started cutting hair and had my own shop and everything like that, I didn't understand energy. I didn't, when people, but when I have somebody in my shop with great energy, when they leave, it stays. It's like
Yes.
the whole day was made because I seen that particular
Yes.
person or ran into that person
Yes.
or this person
Love
came and
that.
got their haircut and
Yes.
I changed their whole day. So my vibe was
Yes.
pushed off on them. You know what I mean? I feel like energy. I feel like energy is the key because
Very much
you will know.
Yes.
I've been in a room with people like I hate this motherfucker and I don't even
Yes.
know this person.
Exactly.
You know what I
Because
mean?
the energy is gonna tell it every time, and
Yeah.
it's like, I feel like that's a gut intuition thing. Like
And
we
karma is energy.
humans, you know what I mean? Like we're gonna have that type of connection, so that anybody that comes inside of an atmosphere, we know whether it's good or bad. Like truly deep down, the way that us humans, like the way our brain and shit work, like you could feel somebody's energy. Like you standing next to them, you could tell when somebody's upset just by not even their face, literally their energy. You feel the tenseness of it. You know what I mean? So it's like energy transfers. So that's why I say I believe in reincarnation. I don't think that when we pass, like we just go nowhere. Like I feel like we transfer into another energy that keeps going, that keeps going, that keeps
Facts.
going.
I think that's where we get where we're little kids. We'd be like,
Yeah.
man, you been here before. That's not like I'm big on sayings too, like Mother Earth, Mother Nature.
Yes.
She got one son. Like people
Yes.
gotta like listen to the things we say.
Yes.
Even if what I just said wasn't factual, but it's like the things you saying and the you know what I mean, the
Yes.
meaning of it is
The tongue is such a powerful
yes,
thing.
it is.
You can say so many spells that you don't even know that you're saying.
Yeah.
Even just in English right now, like you have to be so careful with that. Like,
Facts. I tell my son all the time, my youngest, he got I hate you bad. Not to his parents, but like
yeah.
he would say it to his brother, people that he, you know,
Yeah.
I hate you. You getting on my nerves. You know what I mean? I be like, bro, you can't say that, bro.
I just gotta be lenient with it. Yeah.
You really do. But he usually asks this. He probably get mad.
What you about to ask?
Man, you know I'm gonna ask.
Okay.
Go ahead. I know you know.
We usually ask like if you had a blank check, you can get a track from anybody and a feature from anybody, like to make
Producer.
a dope record. Like who would you pick?
Producer and artist that you dead or alive, past, present.
Okay, if I was to do producer, I'm gonna say Dark Child.
Ooh, wow, that's the first one we had.
I'm gonna say Dark Child.
That's great R&B come from him.
Come on now. And if I was to say artist, okay, I'm gonna do a flip. I'm gonna say. Now I got two names in my head. I don't know which one I want to say. Okay, I'm only saying right now because I've been on like a real like rabbit hole with her. I literally like I'm obsessed with Tiana Taylor right now.
Yeah.
And I don't know why. Like I'm obsessed with her.
She's one of them ones.
Like she's such a timeless voice to me. And then we have Janae Echo. Like that's probably my biggest one on my hit list right now. It's probably Janae Echo because that woman, she does these healing bowls. I don't know what it is, but I went this one time I paid and I went to one of her little meetings that she did, and I've never felt so cleansed in my life. Like the energy, the way that woman is just ethereal.
Yeah.
The energy just sets the tone for me.
She
Like,
give you Erykah Badu vibes?
no, you know what's crazy? Like Auntie's like so like deep. Like Auntie Badu's like super deep, but she's also like simple. It's like the simplicity of deep. I feel like Janae is like more on the like super intimate, like she's like peeling at you. You know what I mean? Like she really like Auntie's like a mama.
Right.
Janae is more like a big sister that get on your ass, like, let's do this. Like, she gonna make sure, like, you okay. Like, it's one of them where I'm like, her energy is just, I don't know. I can't even explain it. Her energy is crazy to me.
I only asked that because I heard Big Sean talking about her and the way she's healed him and brought him out of.
what
And then like you seen a changed man in him. Like he had this time where they broke up and stuff, but you know you could tell. That's what I get from her. So that's why I asked that. Like
I feel like they definitely do have similarities, but like the way that. I don't know, maybe because Janae is like more of my generation too though. Like I kind of connect with her and like her history and like what she's been through like in relationships and stuff. Like I ain't witnessed Auntie go through her relationships and stuff. You know what I mean? But like Janae,
they all turn
you feel me? Like
peaceful.
Yeah, you feel
calming.
me?
You said she does healing sessions, what'd you say?
Yeah, like she was at these bowls and it's like different vibrations basically, but she go inside of this room and she like just does these healing ceremonies and you can just lay down and just her like listen to certain frequencies help heal you. You know what I mean? So she has these bowls that's just sitting around, and you literally go on YouTube and look them up, and you'll see her as she's putting these bowls on the ground, and she's just in there just creating energy, bro. Like, and it's such a peaceful and calming energy. Like, I don't know, like, again, energy transfer. So having these frequencies hit you, and like, I wasn't even like buzzed at all. Like, I was straight sober. So to feel that transformation and that difference and that weight lifted off of me was like insane to me. I only felt that when I was at church. Like, I ain't never felt that as I'm just in a room with other people, and it's like everybody else is just like, y'all feel that? Hell yeah, I feel that too. Like, it's crazy.
What it do? What the business is?
Annabelle here.
That girl Mel.
And we are We Them Girls Podcast.
Y'all check us out audio Wednesday on all streaming platforms, visual on Thursday on YouTube at We Them Girls Podcast.
Y'all enjoy the next episode from the Big and Lazy Podcast.
So I'm gonna ask you this.
Yeah.
We asked you like the who would you want to work with? Like who's been your favorite to work with? Like who'd you work with like so far?
Ooh, I ain't cool.
For whatever reason.
Still to this day, it will probably be Mr. One and Only Mr. Timberland. Like, Timberland.
That's one of a kind. That's one of a million right there, though.
Bro, like, but again, like, bro, like I'm witnessing a fucking icon.
Yeah.
Like, the way that man works in the studio is literally like a big bro. We down there in Miami, bro. We chilling. He walks inside the studio. I'm trying to be formal. I'm like, hey, nice to meet you. He's like, girl, come here, give me a hug.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh shit, okay. I give him a hug or whatever. He's like, you ready to cook up? I'm like, yeah, like, let's do it. He's like, I bet let's get some freestyle. I'm just freestyling, messing around. He's like, you need to get in the studio and go record that shit. I'm like, bro, I'm just messing around. He said, no, that's fire. So
and
in the studio
his
with
energy
him,
is exactly. I ain't never been around him, but every time I see him, he's kind of like, he's
on it, bro. Like he as soon as he hears something, he's like, go record that, go get it. Like, I'm like, you sure? He's like, yes. I'm like, you sure? He's like, yes. I'm like, okay, bet. So that was probably one of my favorite. He was one of my most challenging sessions too. Yeah. Like, he really pushed me. I've never rapped on a record, and Cleopatra was probably one of the most toughest songs that I had to record because I just wasn't comfortable rapping. Like, I don't still think I can like rap. Like, I can't freestyle, but I can write some shit and rap it. But like, I freestyled Cleopatra, and like that was the first time I ever did that. And
it was the feeling, like, and then you're in front of like a legend. This man has touched so many great Missy, Aaliyah, like, and then his beats is unmatched. Like, you're not remaking a beat.
It just clicked. You heard me? So like the energy in that room was just crazy. I was like,
So how'd you link up with him? Like, how'd you get?
Again, I used to do freestyles again on Instagram. Like, I used to look up YouTube beats and just like sing freestyles, and I sing freestyles. Literally posted one time, and he ended up seeing it. He DM'd me. He was like, "Yo, your pen game's crazy. We gotta work. Gotta get you down in Miami." I'm like, "No."
I would have passed out, man.
So I'm going on my phone. I'm like, "Hold on, it's the blue check." Like, I'm like, "Hold on, is this him?" I see it's actually him, and I'm like, "Bruh." I'm like, "Boo." He's like, we gotta go. I'm like, like, he flew me down there, and he's just like, you ready to work? I was like, oh no, I'm nervous. I'm nervous. But he was like, nah, you got this. And he came inside the room. I tried to shake his hand. He was like, nah, bring that shit in. So I was like, it's crazy. I'm really working with Timberland.
So how many tracks did y'all do? Just the one?
We did 3.
3?
I got Soul, Cleopatra, and Feel Good. So, and those 2, I ain't gonna lie, like, I'm a little excited about them. Like, I probably gonna like that was like 2022, I think. Yeah. And so it's been like 2 years. So like I feel like I'm finally ready. Like, in this time in my life, like Soul is like definitely a good one that I feel like it's needed. You know what I mean? Like, back then I made the shit because we was just cooking up. But like,
so you haven't released it?
It's different. I haven't. I've released Cleopatra, but I haven't released Soul or Feel Good. So those 2, I'm like, like right now in my life, it's like those hit. You know what I mean?
Before we go on, just follow us on YouTube. Follow us on Instagram, Big and Lazy Pod. If you Google Big and Lazy Pod, we everywhere. TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, everywhere. Just give us a follow, subscribe, comment, send it to your friend. So you said you releasing them this year?
Like, I feel like it's a good idea. Like it's a good record. Like they both good records that I feel like it's if it comes to it, like I'm okay with releasing those. You know what I mean? Like those songs definitely fit for this time right now. I feel like 2 years ago definitely didn't. Like it was something new that I never, experienced. But like now listening to So, I'm like, I feel it deep in my soul now. Like I feel that.
And
10
it's that
times
time for that.
more. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like that freshness, that so
Like when I hear artists like you, your voice is amazing.
yeah.
And then it's like you just said, like I love music.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I love music way more than doing it. So it was like I would get caught up on an album or I ain't gonna lie. When I started listening to Frank Ocean back in the day, I really wish I could sing. But when I hear your voice, I feel like I get the same feel from
That's
bruh.
hard.
You know what I mean? I would love to see y'all work together too.
Heck yeah, Frank.
Yeah, because bruh is crazy. His pen is crazy,
I
and
swear.
but
Blonde.
You got a track with who?
I said Blonde.
oh yeah,
Frank.
Blonde was
Oh yeah.
yeah,
That's probably one of my top 3 albums. Like,
yeah.
guys, too.
Is that the one with the orange cow on the front of it?
That's nostalgia. That
Yeah,
was
that was
amazing.
That one, I like that one too. I like that one.
That was amazing. That's Swim Good is my favorite song. By bruh, probably one of my favorite songs ever.
I ain't mad at that.
Swim Good is just the lyrics. Swim something
Exactly.
bigger than me.
Yeah.
You know,
That thinking about you's tough too.
thinking about you is tough. It's real tough. It's so tough that he had to drop it 2-3 times on us. You know what I mean? Which was amazing. And Pyramids.
Yeah.
Like I fell in love with Pyramids. It's 9 minutes of just like, man, where was you at?
Yeah, like
And you came up with that, bro. Like, golly.
that was a masterpiece.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it does a whole switch. Big
Yeah, like,
sun coming strong
like, I
from
don't
the
know.
motel blind. Wake up to your girl, but now let's call it Cleopatra. I was like, oh man, like, and I used to cut it on like when I was working. When I used to work in factories and shit. The last 9 minutes, 10 minutes, I'm like, I'm cutting on that 9-minute song. Listen to it twice, I'm out of her.
Right,
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Definitely. So, what is in the time frame? 5 years. You know, where do you see Marzz, your brand?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Where do you see your career headed to?
Yeah. I definitely say in the next 5 years, I'm gonna be a household name. Like, I'm holding to that, and honestly, I just want to help heal people. Like again, I'm really big on frequencies and energy, so hopefully that my voice could be used to cure cancer or something. I don't know, like literally, like to heal a heartbeat or something.
Sure.
Like, definitely want to sell out arenas, but again, like that's not why I do this shit. I do this shit because I love it. Like music is my first love, so I definitely just want to make sure that people continue to share the love, continue to be nice, continue to love one another, and I'm gonna be a big household name. Like people gonna turn my shit on and they gonna get delivered, bro. Like they gonna get healed, they gonna get peace, they gonna get joy.
And you one of those artists that I say
Yes.
you don't need like your city is cool to have behind you.
Yes.
But when you have talent and you working, your most support gonna come from people you don't know, people that's not in your city, that's not around you, because like you said, it's healing.
It's so crazy
You know?
to me. Like, yes, like I've done maybe 5 shows here, and every time it is beautiful, it is amazing, and like I cannot be more grateful. But when I went on tour with her, I went to 26 different cities. Like,
Man.
that was probably one of the most hardest and challenging things that I've done. Like, it was just me up there by myself and the soundtrack and a mic. Like, to have to not even entertain, but like sing in front of like, what was it, like 5,000, 10,000 people every night was insane to me. Like, that took a lot of guts for me. So to be able to just go through that and get good feedback was just crazy. Like, people, there was this one time this lady told me she got married to my song after she heard me come perform, and she put my song on the playlist, and that's the song that she walked down on the aisle. Like, that's
Wow.
That's
crazy.
what we do it for. I mean, that's what you do it
Like,
for.
that's crazy. Like,
I always say it's bigger than money. It's the
you know, those moments.
Yeah.
That was beautiful. When she told me that, I was like, girl, I'm so happy for you. Like, oh, that's beautiful. This one time, this little girl, she was like, you helped me get through a bullying phase, and I was in 8th grade. I didn't think I was gonna make it to freshman year. Like,
Oh wow.
my songs helped you with that. Like, that's beautiful. Like,
the
I'm glad
reason
to see you. I'm glad that you're okay. Like,
Yeah.
I'm glad that you fought through that. You know what I mean? Like, I'm honored. I'm gonna continue to be here, and still to this day, I still keep in touch with her. Like, she's like, hey sis, like, hey
That's
sis,
good.
I'm so glad that you're doing like
It's dope
She's
that
a
you,
junior
that you
now.
didn't get
You know
the
what I mean? Like,
you didn't get the big head. Like you know why God put you in that position.
Yes,
So
you
it's
know what I
like
mean? Yes.
that's amazing, man.
Yes.
That's amazing.
You said you signed? Who you?
RCA.
Oh, okay.
that's what's
There you
up.
go. How long you
That's
been
what's
signed
up.
with them?
Since 2021, in the middle of a pandemic, which is crazy. Still don't know how to this day I got signed in the middle of a pandemic. Like, in the midst of the world going in complete chaos. Like,
Yeah.
that shit blows my mind, bro. Every day.
That was the time though. I feel
Yeah.
like we always say people passing away was terrible.
Yeah.
But I feel like that was the best time in my adult life.
Yes.
It's being with your family every day, no matter what. You got to be with your family every
Literally,
day.
like, there's
Ain't
no
work,
coming out of that.
But music,
That's the way that we
entertainment, that's all we had. So it was like I feel like that was the best it's been since I've been grown too. The music, people that was putting out the verses.
Yes.
That's when verses started.
Yeah.
Oh my.
You know what I mean?
Oh my! You just brought me back. Versus was my shit.
Oh yeah.
What's your favorite one? What's your?
Of course, Brandy and Monica. Like,
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
that was my all-time favorite.
Yeah. I think my favorite one, just because it was so funny, was
Which one?
Gucci.
Gucci was great though.
funny, too.
It was
That
funny,
so
but
nice.
the Omarion and Mario.
Yes.
Yeah.
That when your boy came out.
Like,
What's your boy's name? Jeremiah.
Jeremiah.
He came out and Mario said, "Don't do it." Like, don't do it, bro. And he started singing. It was, but yeah, it was just you had to be with your family. You had to. It wasn't about your status at that point, and that's what it helped me see.
Yeah.
You think
That-
cheating went down during the pandemic?
No, of course. It was nothing but sneaky links from that time. No, I wasn't. I was singing as Pringle, but I wasn't outside doing none of that. But
I mean, a
lot of my friends, they was outside.
I didn't leave the house. I ain't gonna lie. I sat in front of the game, and that's when my barber career really shot up because everybody was scared to cut or they was charging outrageous amount.
Facts.
And I was really like, I'm surprised I didn't get sick because I had the house sold up. Once I had hit people on Facebook like, yo, anybody need a cut, get at me $25. I'm talking about my inbox was like I was selling drugs.
Yeah, it was
You
crazy.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
My barber's trying to charge $100 to pull up because he's scared and all that. I was like, man, come give me 25.
Yeah, like, let's do it.
You know what I'm
Facts.
saying? But before we get out of here, I just wanted to ask you, how does if you could reach out to a young girl, young guy that inspires to be, in your position, because it's such a blessing to
Very much.
have your platform and, be signed, and to live your dream.
Yes.
What could you say to that a young person that wants to pursue that career? Because a lot of people will disturb you. It's 1 in a million. You ain't going woo-de-woo, you know.
Yeah, I think it is definitely. I'm gonna speak slowly when I say this. I think that you should definitely believe in yourself. You can't start nowhere but home. It starts within yourself. So either you hungry, and if you're gonna go for it, you better put it all in. It's all your energy. You better give 110%. Because at the end of the day, nobody's gonna believe in you like you do. So you have to put yourself first and be vulnerable enough to be okay with people having differences with you. Because not everybody's gonna agree with you either. Not everybody's gonna see your vision. Everybody can't see your vision. So that it's your job to make sure that you own it. You know what I mean? Like my mom always tell me, if you're gonna do something, you better go 110 in it. Because if not, it ain't no faith for that works is dead. So you have to start somewhere. And I say honestly, have people that around you that genuinely love you, that genuinely support you, and that's really all you could take with this. After that, it's gonna come to you. You know what I mean? Like you genuinely have to start with yourself first. Make sure that you're taking care of yourself, and make sure that this is really what you want. You know what I mean? Like once you in, you can't go back. You know what I mean? Like, and it's okay. You're gonna have fun with it. It's just once you in, ain't no coming back. Like you helping other people, like you being selfless. It's a time to be selfish, and it's a time to be selfless. This moment is where you choose if you want to be selfish or selfless. So yeah, that's what I take with you.
Facts. It's beautiful right there.
It is.
Yeah.
And real quick, like give us like your top 3 voices, like male or female. Whitney, I'm gonna go Patti LaBelle, and I'm gonna throw a curveball in there. Adele.
Ooh,
She just was talking about
literally just talking about her. Okay.
Really?
Yes, I
She came in
kept
and
singing "Easy on Me." That's my song by Adele. Like I love Adele. Like she's such a soulful voice for sure.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But if I was to give 3, I would probably have to say the one and only Miss Lauryn Hill. I ain't gonna say it just because mine, but
Yeah.
Erykah Badu. Like I think her voice is super unique, and I would probably say, what is her name? What is her name? Who sings Fast Car? What is her name? I can't think of her name. Tracy.
When you said fast car, I know a
Living
song
in a
about a dream.
fast car.
Oh man, that is crazy. That's my song from.
You know it's.
I used to be on The Living Color too, but they switched up the lyrics. And she was looking out the window and shit like that. But
You say
they just had like a tribute to. I was seeing it all over
Let me see. I gotta look up a song.
Instagram. Bro can pull it up. What's her name? They can pull it up on the screen.
she
Please.
had a song. Give me one reason that.
Tracy Chapman.
Yeah,
That's
that
her
song.
name.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
I love her voice. Like I just started tuning into her. Like I mean, I've been tuning in, but like going through her biography and her dialogue, like
Is she from the UK?
I think so.
Yeah.
And her voice is so like timeless. Like
Yeah,
her.
they used to flip it on the on commercials and stuff. That song.
Yes, I remember off of Sesame Street. Actually, like, it's crazy. That's how I knew her.
You said she's on a Living Color.
No, you know
Her
they do
song
spoofs.
was-
Yeah.
And like the girl, she got the guitar and she's the Kim Wynn.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
She's like, oh, he's up again.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Uh huh.
that's an amazing lineup. Did you get 3?
Yeah, Erykah Badu, Lauryn Hill, and Tracy Chapman. Like,
What's your
those are my
3?
3.
I'm gonna go Teddy. I've always been in love with that voice. Like
Hey, that Can We Talk
yeah.
might be the best R&B song ever. I'm gonna go.
I get better
Yeah,
first.
yeah.
I get better first.
That's crazy.
Women, I'm gonna go.
Ooh.
It's tough because Whitney was like my first love of movies, music. I might just have to go Whitney.
I didn't know she was the best
Okay.
female selling artist ever.
I mean,
to this day.
the voice
Crazy.
from the first. I wanna dance
Yeah.
with some.
I was like that.
That's high key. That's high key. One of the best songs ever. You know what I mean?
Yep.
But I might have to go with just right now because we said it. Frank Ocean, like his music, like you know what I mean. It's nothing like it's nothing he could do to make me not fuck with bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And he was,
He dropped and then he just disappeared. Like,
you know what I'm saying? Like that's probably the only thing I hate. Like 4 Bets.
yeah.
Yeah,
I love his new album, and I told my wife, I said he gives me old young Frank Ocean vibes. Just the music, the stuff he
the
says.
Weekend, bro.
Definitely the
Oh,
Weeknd.
okay.
But I'm just saying, like speaking like lyrics, because Frank is like, he's just a real dude. At the end of the day, like the stuff he says is,
speaks to you,
it really speaks to me. Like even with Swim Good, like I told my son, I was like, this song to me, like I don't know the real meaning behind it. You know what I mean? But to me, it's just so
connects
soulful,
with you,
and it just, you know what I mean? Swimming for something that's bigger than me.
Love that.
It's a pretty big trunk on my Lincoln Town car. Ain't it? You feel me? Just that little,
Yeah.
I'm like, damn. And I'm big on lyrics. That's why every time we talk about rap, you like, man, you don't like songs? I'm like, I'm big on what sticks with me.
Yeah.
So like when Starlito and Don Tripp rap, I'm like, man, I took that with me all day. You know what I mean? Like all day long. You have one piece.
One little part he
you know
played.
what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Like bruh said, he spit a whole bunch of stuff, Starlito on his last one, on a particular song. I forgot what song it was, but he was like, I looked in the mirror, told myself I forgive you, and then I broke down. You don't know what he's going through when he said that, but I've been there.
Facts.
Just, being in a space. He's like, I'm in a dark room writing, literally no sound. You know what I mean? Looked myself in the mirror, told myself I forgive you, and broke down. I was like, dang, that's that vulnerableness.
Exactly.
Like, everybody want to be so tough.
You got to be able to break. You know what I mean?
Could y'all see yourself doing them little dark retreats? This kind of like Aaron Rodgers did it. They lock himself in a dark room.
But he did DMT when he did that.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I was probably
probably
gonna say
went on a
I
wild
would probably
trip.
have to be on something because
Yeah.
being in
Tranquilizer. I would have a panic attack. I
Yeah.
can't do it. That's why I don't fly much, because it ain't about scare falling out the plane. It's like
you just being in
claustrophobic.
there.
Yeah, I can't roll the window down. I can't get out and stretch my legs.
yeah.
That'd be me because
Yeah.
I love sitting by the window, but like I sit by the window so that my brain is not like, bitch, you gonna freak out if I'm sitting in the aisle and be like, oh my god, like I'm so scared, like there's no way for me to escape.
Right.
Me by the window is like, I'm calm. Like at least I'm be able to see
Yeah.
where I'm going.
If I heard 2 hours, 3 hours, I'm good. My mom and them just went to Dubai and they sent the stuff out a year before, and they was like, y'all can go, let's go. I'm like, man, how long is the flight? 16. I'm like, whoa, that's one of them ones. But you on your way to having to go to London, and so
That's crazy. I feel like the longest flight I've probably been on was like a 9-hour flight, and
that's amazing.
Where was you at? Where's you going to?
Let me think. Where the fuck was I going? Where was I going? I think it was a straight shot from New York to fucking Cali, bro. Like
Really?
Yeah.
Cross country for real?
Yes.
That's crazy.
And I remember that. Thank God I was with Delta, and I was like, all right, like I'm like, all right, cool, like they treat their people well and shit. But it's like I never like that was the longest
I couldn't do it.
ride. I kept opening the window, and I'm just like, bro, we not there yet. I'm like,
Yeah, and having Wi-Fi don't really help.
and I'm like, we 50,000 feet in the air. Like, what are we doing? Like, we need to. I love me a round trip because I need to be able to touch the ground and just know that I'm okay.
Yeah.
And then we can prepare myself again. Now I can go ahead and go up again. But just straight flights, I'm spooked.
I only on a plane one time, and it was Chicago.
When you said that's an hour.
Yeah, it was 35 minutes. If I was on it long, I would have probably flipped out. Like,
No fact.
I always said to myself when we used to be in the studio rapping, I'd be like, man, we getting a big tour bus, man. We ain't flying nowhere.
That would be me. If I could have it that way, that would be me.
Khaled did it, but he's like, man, if I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna have to get my own plane.
Yeah.
I need to get my money up.
there we go.
That
We got
part
some
me
quick
too.
hitters before we get out. 2 quick hitters. If you can
Okay.
see anybody on this podcast, but you got to be able to make that call or DM. Like, you should come and if you enjoyed yourself. If you didn't, but if who could you plug us? Like, who'd you want to see on the couch?
Okay, I'm gonna probably say James Savage.
James
My boy's
Savage.
going crazy right now. Like he just released his first EP project, and I could not be more happy.
He's from here?
Like yes, born and raised. I'm like
Okay.
James Savage, we're gonna see you on this.
You on the clock.
You on this? Like, gotta come share your love and your light with the family. So
And one more. It's the Big and Lazy podcast.
okay.
So you got to give us something big, something good to eat, and lazy, something, plop on the couch and watch.
Okay, I love me a good salmon and asparagus and mashed potatoes combo. Like, I'm a pescatarian, so I'm big on fish. I love salmon. And then movie, I'm a big kid, so I'm probably going to have to say Finding Nemo or Finding Dory.
Yeah.
Man, that's dope, man. Finding Nemo is a classic,
Like,
man.
I love that movie. Or if we're taking it back, Monsters, Inc. Like,
Monsters Inc. was the shit.
I would love, like, I'm a big kid, so anytime I can, and
Do you see yourself doing like some movie work or some?
of course. But I gotta be the goofy character. I
Yeah.
don't think I could take a serious role.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Girl, they gonna tell me do some crazy shit, being
Cry.
serious. I can't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It gotta be like on some like funny comedy shit.
Yeah.
I can't do nothing like. I feel like I could do something serious, but it can't be like sentimental. Like,
Right.
you know what I mean? Like, if I'm like being in like a driveway car, like I don't know, like something like that. Like,
Yeah.
like nothing serious. No.
So a pescatarian, they just eat fish. They don't eat chicken and beef.
Fish and white meat, but like you can eat wagyu, but it's not like that's still. I feel like that's still red meat. You know, it's just not. It's more expensive. You know what I mean? But no red meat.
Are you familiar with Juicy the boxer? He's from here. Montez
No.
He was here a couple weeks ago, and he said he's a
Yeah, I feel like that's the most healthiest way. I was vegan from 5th grade until I guess I could say like 8th, 9th grade.
You went vegan and like
Yes, I have like really bad like I guess stomach problems. I have went through a surgery. Had a ovary taken out when I was younger, so like I'm fine and everything now. Lord, thank you for keeping me here. But like my stomach just is super sensitive, so I had to like be vegan for like my whole like middle school through. So everything that I ate, I just threw it up. I could never keep anything down. Now moving forward, I go to the gym and stuff now. Like I'm a lot more like energized and like healthy. I'm always drinking water, always drinking like my supplements and stuff. But now I love me a good salad here and there, but I do like a little flavor. You know what I mean? Like I feel like
I love
with the
Caesar salad.
Yeah,
I
you
wanna
feel
be a
me?
Caesar
I
salad.
eat the salad.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Like I love me that, but I also be craving meat. Like I just
Yeah.
be wanting like something that has flavor on it. And
Right,
the
especially
best
all
way I
the
can
stuff
go
that
is
come
fish.
on the TV
You
and
hear
stuff
me?
like that.
Like I'm seeing Chili's got a triple dipper,
Yeah.
and I'm like, I want to try that, but like
You
they
know
don't
who's
have
gonna
no
agree with
fish.
you.
It just it's
Right.
a straight hamburger. Like, and I would do a vegan hamburger, but like I just don't like the way they taste.
Hey, oh,
Vegan patties
flip.
is just
There you
nasty.
go.
Now I would do like a cauliflower, but like cauliflower wings and stuff. Like even
That
that,
does be looking good though. I ain't gonna
I'm
stunt.
not gonna lie. Like baked cauliflower wings is fire. I don't like fried cauliflower wings because it's it's not healthy. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like you
It takes
eat.
away the point of
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
But a baked or grilled.
There's some water right there if you need it.
Thank you. A grilled cauliflower wing is always gonna hit every time. But you have to get celery with it. I feel like people don't eat celery. Like if you don't eat celery with it, it's not gonna give you the combo that you want because you just. I mean, cauliflower is like a form of broccoli, but like the celery just gives the like. It's all a mental thing. You know what I mean? Like it really gives like you eating wings. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But have you ever tried it real quick before we get out of here? You know Blaze Pizza? They got the cauliflower clutch. Did you ever try that?
My brother TJ. It's like a real good childhood friend. My brother TJ, he's always taking me to new places here in Louisville. Like, I never tried Spinelli's. I never tried Olive Tacos. Never tried Taco City. And he be bringing me everywhere. And I tried it from there. I'm not gonna lie, I gave it like a 7 out of 10. But I really like their cheese pizza. They make their own Parmesan cheese. So like having that from there, I was like, oh, that's pretty fire. But the cauliflower, it was 7 out of 10. I'm not.
I
mad
love
at
that
it.
spicy marinara. Oh my god.
Like with the little chili pepper things they have inside of there. I thought I was tripping. Like I knew it was spicy, but I didn't know that's what that was.
Yeah.
That's fire though.
It was a dope episode, dope
Yeah, it was.
conversation.
Yeah,
Love and appreciate you coming back.
Yes.
always. I'll be back. Definitely be back.
Yes.
I love it.
Anytime if you just want to, you in the city, like, hey, what y'all doing?
Yeah.
Hey, we will put something
Come
together
on,
for
I
you.
definitely will.
Because we
Where can they
appreciate
find
the
you?
love.
Come on now. You can find me on all platforms: Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok, Twitter at Marzz Marzz. You get to find me on TikTok at Off to Mars OFF2 Marzz. Everything else is MARZZ_. Let's get it.
Get in. Just like
Yeah.
that, we out.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
This podcast was produced by B. Haywood for Confirmed Podcast Network.